Film adaptations of classic works always attract intense scrutiny and spark heated debates. Alexander Dumas' tale of vengeance, love, and betrayal in Le Comte de Monte-Cristo is no exception. The new French film adaptation, despite its 3-hour runtime, promises viewers a lot of emotion, thrilling turns, and impressive scenes. But does it meet the expectations of those familiar with the original? And how accurately does it capture the essence of the famous novel? In this article, we'll dive into the features of this new adaptation, its strengths and weaknesses, and what it brings to the table compared to other adaptations. Le Comte de Monte-Cristo is widely considered one of the greatest novels in literary history. It tells the story of Edmond Dantes, a young sailor unjustly imprisoned, who, years later, escapes and plots a ruthless revenge on his enemies. Despite being a cornerstone of cultural heritage with numerous adaptations, interest in the novel remains strong. The 2024 French film adaptation raises the question of how well it conveys the depth and drama of the original work. Though visually stunning, the new adaptation of Le Comte de Monte-Cristo is not without its flaws. The film significantly shortens the plot compared to the novel, and more importantly, some key moments have been altered or completely changed. For instance, certain characters are merged into one, while others are omitted. These changes may disappoint those expecting an exact copy of the book, but they can be justified by the need to adapt the complex, multi-layered story for audiences unfamiliar with the source material. Nonetheless, the film boasts undeniable visual appeal. Excellent work with costumes, set design, and cinematography, shot with a wide-format lens, creates a beautiful, picturesque 19th century world. The performances, particularly by Pierre Niney as Edmond Dantes, are impressive. Numerous dramatic scenes, moments of fear, hope, and vengeance, capture the viewer's attention throughout. While the film occasionally lacks the psychological depth of the novel, its pacing and emotional intensity still engage the audience. Pierre Niney, the well-known French actor playing Edmond Dantes, delivers a strong performance. His character evolves from an innocent young man to a ruthless avenger, and Niney convincingly portrays these transformations. However, some viewers might feel his portrayal lacks the dramatic weight of Gérard Depardieu's portrayal in previous adaptations. Niney's Dantes doesn't evoke the same sense of pain and fear as other actors, but he remains a strong presence in the context of contemporary cinema. As for the other characters, their portrayals remain complex, with tough moral choices, just like in the book. However, critics note that some of them are simplified in this adaptation. For example, the characters of Mercedes and Morel are altered and no longer carry the same depth they have in the novel. Instead, we get more streamlined versions of these figures, which may disappoint fans of the original. Adapting such a dense and layered novel into a 3-hour film is undoubtedly a challenging task. While the filmmakers have done their best, they haven't managed to preserve all the nuances and details that make the book vibrant and multifaceted. This is especially true of the philosophical reflections on revenge and how people change depending on circumstances. Many of the deeper moments of Edmond's internal struggle with his desire for revenge and his realization that vengeance doesn't always lead to true satisfaction are lost in the film. Several key plot lines from the book have been shortened or omitted altogether. For example, the scene with Abbé Faria, who becomes Edmond's mentor and spiritual father, is reduced to a minimum in the film, stripping away the emotional strength of this relationship, crucial for understanding the character. This inevitably diminishes the overall depth and philosophical weight of the film, but it may have been done to simplify the story for a wider audience. One of the strongest aspects of this adaptation is its visual elements. The excellent work with sets, costumes, and the camera draws the viewer into the 19th century atmosphere. Spectacular scenes, such as fights, chases, and vibrant landscapes, make the film a visual feast. Some critics, however, note that the use of wide-format lenses in certain scenes may be excessive, but overall, it does not hinder the film's enjoyment. The film soundtrack, much like the film itself, is top-notch. The music plays a vital role in setting the atmosphere, maintaining tension in key scenes and conveying the emotional nuances of the narrative. Composing music for films of this genre always requires special care, and the composer succeeded admirably here. Despite its shortcomings, the new Le Comte de Monte-Cristo is an engaging and visually spectacular adaptation of the famous novel. It may disappoint fans of the original due to numerous changes and cuts in the plot, but for those unfamiliar with the book, it provides an excellent opportunity to experience this extraordinary story. The fantastic acting, impressive sets, and innovative approach to the visual aspects of the film make it a great choice for viewers looking for quality entertainment. However, if you're a fan of Dumas and want to experience the full depth and complexity of the original story, this adaptation may leave you feeling a sense of incompleteness. Even so, the film remains captivating, thought-provoking, and an emotional ride. So, if you're looking for a thrilling, dramatic film, Le Comte de Monte-Cristo 2024 is definitely worth a watch. But if you want to truly feel the depth of the original, perhaps it's time to return to the book.